According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2009, 10,839 people were killed in alcohol-impaired driving crashes. This accounts for almost one-third of all traffic-related deaths in the United States. This means that on any given day, an average of one person will die every 48 minutes. It is critical that you are mindful of the importance of preventing drinking and driving and taking proper safety precautions while behind the wheel. It is putting innocent citizens' lives in danger and also poses a threat for serious injuries which could leave a person physically and psychologically damaged. Early education and the presence of positive influence is the key to preventing drunk driving. Educational programs and home environments are influential places that can teach people, especially America's youth, about responsible drinking. With the help of teachers, law enforcement, and most importantly parents, we can begin discussing potential solutions to this issue. In the preceding presentation, I will provide you with some information as to why driving fatalities are continuing to rise. Next, I will inform you about the influence that lie behind irresponsible drinking. Finally, I will persuade you to accept a solution to stop drinking and driving in America. First, I will provide you with some information that will help you understand why fatalities continue to rise as a result of drinking. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, some reasons why people choose to drink and drive are as follows. They don't care about the dangers of drinking and driving. They think that nothing will ever happen to them if they drive drunk. They lack information about risks involved when drinking and driving. They've never been caught by law enforcement before, so they continue the behavior. And finally, what I believe to be the biggest reason for why people drive drunk is that they underestimate the power of alcohol, which affects their abilities to drive. Research proves that alcohol damages the brain to the point where it retards decision-making abilities. In other words, a person under the influence of alcohol is not able to make rational, moral decisions like they might do when being sober. The effects that alcohol causes on the brain is an explanation to why people do not care about the consequences that could result by going behind the wheel while intoxicated. The impact of a car crash can leave a person irreversibly damaged. Concussion, amnesia, brain damage, becoming paralyzed, and death are some of the extreme but not rare complications that can result from a car crash. No one wants to live with the guilt of knowing that they hurt or even killed someone as a result of a lousy decision. And according to a 2010 USA article, with 6,999 people being surveyed, 4 out of 5 people consider drinking and driving to be a major threat to their safety. So why do so many people still continue to drink and drive? This is where I'd like to inform you about the good and bad influences people can have on others when it comes to drinking and driving. As I stated previously, education is key to preventing drinking and driving. We must know with our decision to drive under the influence, we are putting our lives and other lives in danger. According to the Policy Studies Journal, drinking and driving laws across the U.S. have a major impact on people's decisions. They have came up with a hypothesis called the deterrence theory, which implies the idea of enforcement and the probability of being detected have a preventative effect on people's decision making. In conclusion, if laws were stricter, the idea of drinking and driving is not a good one. A shocking study that I found to be interesting in the Addiction Journal discussed the behavioral impacts on urban and rural youth as a result of riding with intoxicated adults. Adults are role models in children's lives, and by showing them that drinking and driving is normal, it was proven to increase the probability that they will do it someday themselves. It is appalling to know that so many adults are driving under the influence with a child in the car, let alone being intoxicated around them. However, it happens more than what we thought. The results of this study showed that in between the months of January to May of 2006, 52% of urban and 55% of rural students with the average age of 16 reported that they had ridden in a car with an adult who had been drinking. Also, a 2007 newspaper article I found in the Washington Post wrote about police showing up at a graduation party to find a mother sponsoring the alcohol-infested get-together. The fines were not harsh. What a saddening thing to know it is to think that your child may not be safe under the supervision of another adult. This is why citizen involvement needs to become more abundant to ensure an effective way to punish these criminals. An impaired driver can face several penalties if caught. Some of the penalties include driver's license suspension, vehicle impoundment, fines, increased automobile insurance, and jail time. Amazingly, this is not enough to keep some people off the road after they have been drinking, because so many get away without serving any effective punishment. So I'm sure you are wondering what the best possible solution to stop drinking and driving is. My answer is by getting involved. By effectively interfering with someone's decision to drive under the influence, you can make a world of a difference. As a friend, if you know someone who is thinking about drinking and driving under the influence, please talk to them. Let them know the consequences of their actions could be one they will regret. Offer them a ride home or call them a taxi. This will ensure that they get home safely and everyone is out of harm's way. Secondly, if the next time you are driving, you suspect someone driving under the influence, please call local highway police or the police department and report it. Last but not least, a major thing you can do to prevent reoffenders from driving intoxicated again is with your support of the ignition interlock system. There should be an ignition interlock system installed for all convicted drunk drivers immediately after the first time being caught. This system is installed into the dashboard of a vehicle and works like a breathalyzer. The person must blow into the device, which will detect if the person's blood alcohol content is acceptable. If the person's BAC is over the limit, the car will not start. Again, fatalities and injuries are continuing to rise due to this issue that is 100% preventable. Education, positive influence, and involvement will effectively decrease these rates. With these simple ways of getting involved, you can save someone's life, and together we can make our roadways a safer place.